Terence "Bud" Crawford, 173 centimeters tall, weight 63.5 kilos with a reach of 188 centimeters. And they'll be facing Canelo Alvarez. He's 172 centimeters tall with a reach of 179.
Nobody knows who's going to win. You can have an argument for the winner on both sides, but this is that fight. We'll be talking about this fight for years to come.
And here he is in the flesh, Terence "Bud" Crawford, the undisputed lightweight champion of the world. He also can crack at welterweight, one of the best to ever do it. Saul Canelo Alvarez, the Mexican legend, the middleweight, the super middleweight, the light heavyweight who fights out of Guadalajara, Mexico.
I'm so excited for this fight. There is no nonsense here.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Omaha, Nebraska, here is an acclaimed 3-division champion of the world, Terence "Bud" Crawford. Fighting out of the blue corner from Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, here is Mexico's first ever undisputed world champion and renowned star of boxing. Here is a 4-division world champion and an undisputed super middleweight champion of the world, Saul Canelo Alvarez.
Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
Thank you, Todd. You know what? Outside, it's hot. Inside, it's roasting.
So they stare into each other's eyes one final time, touch gloves, and get prepared for battle. These athletes have promised us a war. Let's see if they deliver. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. The straight right just misses. The face is telling the story from that jab. All the talking has been done. It's time to start doing the walking.
Situations like this, Todd, will either make or break a fight because the expectations from the thousands of people here, of the millions of people around the world, people like you and I sat here expecting everything and anything, can break a man or make a man.
Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
A well-placed hook. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. Jab does not score. We've never seen Canelo in this sort of trouble. Canelo Alvarez just got rocked in a... Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. They've got the momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round? Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. Nice counter shot. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. This counter puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
To beat a counter puncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pop you all night long. Rush them.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Pretty dominant. Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
No rest for the weary. Straight right just misses. No rest for the weary. Nice counter shot. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. You'd like to see more jabs. Well, Johnny, we're a couple rounds in. What are you seeing so far?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
That counter punch caught him clean. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. There's a counter shot. And he scores with the counter. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here. Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
So much firepower here. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in the fight. They've got to relax.
Can't land that jab. Missing with the hook. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close rounds.
That counter shot, very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if...
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Straight right just misses. Straight right just misses. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you can hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Both men step back for just a moment. It's all offense all the time. Crawford's left. Crawford got hit hard and down he goes. I don't care how good your chin is. A punch like that and you're going down.
A shot from the guts took him out.
Well, they're back up now, but they've got to be cautious. Cannot afford to trade back now, can they, Johnny?
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your ego's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurt.
Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Boy, this next round is going to be crucial considering the knockdown we just witnessed. And there's the bell to start round 6. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
Oh, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've got in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to win. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out of there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
No rest for the weary. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Big swing and a miss with the hook. Good counter punch. thrown, but it doesn't connect. And he fails to score with that left hook. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Crawford. Here we go. It's round 7. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Johnny, I know it's still early on, but have you been surprised by anything you've seen?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Tried to score with that hook, but missed. How about that time counter shot? Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
It's always fascinating to watch two good welterweights because they've got blurry hand speed and good power.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas, over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skin them, go for speed.
That hook won't score. Not a lot of... You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go...
There's the bell to start round 8. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket him.
Nice counter shot. They better start respecting each other's punching power. Swing and a miss with that hook. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
Midway through the fight.
Oh my goodness, Johnny! Crawford is dazed! As we take another look, it's this punch right here that sealed the deal.
That's lights out right there.
We enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. Well, you don't see it very often, but here it is. This fight ends in a draw.
A draw? Ooh, listen to that crowd. Nobody's happy with that. Why? Because the build-up was ridiculous. The things that were said were ridiculous. But these two fighters were evenly matched. And this is why we've got a draw. One thing is for certain, they're going to do it all over again.